Hello? Is the music on for you or not? I don't see the... He was wrong, huh? Yep, he was wrong. Okay, now it's there. Every time you do a Windows update, you know, it's changing a bit the USB devices, the audio devices. I don't know exactly why, but it happens pretty much. Well, not really at every update, but very, very often. Very, very often, my friends. Very often. Very often, my friends. Okay, let me see if everything is in good shape and we can start. Let me see if everything is okay. I think so. If everything is in order. One second, huh? Okay, I will check it later. I will check it later. Hello, good evening, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. We are trying to make a game. Well, actually we did it, but we are trying to improve it. I mean, the game is there. It's kind of working already, but yeah. Can be improved. So tonight I have a very good news because Jetbrains, which is the company that makes Rider and a bunch of other products, which is this company here. So I contacted them and I said, well, I know you have this nice IDE for Unreal Engine and we are developing Unreal Engine stuff, and maybe since we are a no-profit organization, and we are streaming our developments, meaning that people could see what we do, you know, can see what we do, how we code, and how we use different tools. You can give us a free license, right? And they actually have a program for that. So they have a program for open source organizations and non-profit organizations. And so they said yes. And so actually they gave me pretty much the whole stack of their products. I mean, they didn't give me only Rider, but they gave me also a bunch of other stuff. I mean, pretty much everything they have. Pretty much everything they have. So I can give you the list. The list is... let me copy the image and put it somewhere. And put it somewhere like here. So this is the list of stuff that they gave me. So Sea Lion, Data Grip, Data Spell, Dot Cover, Dot Memory, Dot Trace, Goland, IntelliJ, Idea Ultimate, PHP Storm, PI Charm, Reshaper, Reshaper C++, Rider, which is the one that we wanted, RubyMine, and WebStorm. So I absolutely have no idea what are all these products, but I think that we can, you know, investigate what they are and see if we want to use any of them. The only thing that I know, well, I know a few, let's say. So I know data grip, which is basically a SQL front end, right? A SQL editor and front end. At the moment we are using dbeaver, but this one I think it should be kind of a replacement for it. Then I know Reshaper and Reshaper C++, which actually are basically tools that allow to reformat, right, and re-engineer your code, right? Refactor, let's say, refactor your code. And then Rider, which is actually the one for which we requested, right? But it's pretty good. I mean, I'm very happy. So thank you, really, Jetbrains, for supporting our project and giving us all this software to test and see how it works. And yeah, that's pretty good. Hello, Hula. Hello, Video Nomad. Hey, hey. Yeah, they gave me the license for all of this. For all this stuff that you see on the screen, which I guess is pretty much what they have. So yeah, that's pretty good. So I already configured a bit of the tool. So that is the tool, and I already enabled the license and everything, and I started to play a bit with it. Now, obviously, I'm not an expert because I have like 1 hour usage with it, so I'm not an expert at all. But for what I can see, it's very interesting, and it seems to go well, and it seems to go fast, let's say, and be useful. Also, it has an integration with Unreal Engine editor, and so basically allows, if I go in character, for example, in our PS character class, right? So all these U functions. First of all, he has a way more documentation, as you can see, but in addition has this thing. So no blueprint usage, right? And this is basically an integration with the editor where the IDE is asking to the editor if a certain function is used, where is used, and you can also navigate then to the editor. At the moment I don't have the editor open, but if it was open, some of those would say like 1 or 2 or 3 blueprint usages, which is very nice. Plus, I've seen that also for variables. So for example, the U properties, right? Yeah. So for the U properties, is basically telling you if you have, for example, subclasses or like blueprint subclasses of this PS character, and it's telling you how many of those subclasses are overriding this particular U property in the blueprint. Do you have full license? No, they gave me a full license. The license is for 1 year, and they will renew it at the end of the 1 year. Probably, I don't know, but at the moment it's for 1 year. So I have it until February 25. So it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. Then the other thing that he has some very nice shortcuts for what I can see, right? For example, you can easily, move between the main method and the implementation of the method. You can also just press F12 and it's just moving between them very, very quickly, which is super nice. He has a significant amount of context actions that you can do, like to change the code, refactor the code, change the signature. You can generate documentation and such. So, and plus he has a number of code inspection tools that allow, if you see here at the top right, I don't know if you can see it because maybe it's hidden from, yeah, it's kind of hidden a bit, but I can do this way. So these numbers like 85, 338 and 209, these are actually warnings, right, that you have in the code, and if I click there I see them all here. They are basically telling you what can, I mean, if you have any warnings or stuff that you have to look at, right? And for what I see, it seems that it's fairly good. Now, there may still be some false positive, right? Possible. There could be some false positives. But I think it's already giving a fairly good, I mean, a pretty good information, right? And so, for example, this found voice, right? This variable seems that is never used exactly. This one is never used in here, right? And this one is probably the C style cast instead of the C++ cast. So yeah, you see, so for example, these two are already two things that we should in theory fix, right? That are not, I don't know if it's big enough for you, but I like the fact I can make it a bit bigger. I mean, I can make it like this, maybe like this you can read on the stream. I mean, you should be able. So, but yeah, as you can see, is already giving me good advice, you know, on what to do. And so what I wanted to do, I wanted to go like through all the major errors and problems, mainly the warnings, and see right, what he was saying. Like, for example, here you see that he's saying that we are converting, you know, maybe time in a way that is not exactly proper, right? Yeah. It doesn't mean that this code is not working, but it means that it may actually not be optimal, right? So not all the warnings are stuff that you absolutely need to change. For example, this one is a good one, see? So this one is saying that the argument does not match any printf format specifier. In fact, I have 3 parameters here, but I'm passing 4 values, right? So that is actually wrong. That is actually wrong code. Now it still compiles, but it's wrong, right? So I'm missing sides, which is actually returning a vector. So actually this is well, sides should return yeah, it should return a float, I guess. Yeah, it's returning a float for sure. So it's actually missing, you know, a percentage f, another percentage f, right? And in fact, as soon as I added it, you see that is removing it from here. So they may be also errors, right? There may be errors, absolutely, for this one may not be correct. I don't know. This one is saying unreachable code, right? Yes, because it's unsigned. No, it's correct. Because rank is actually unsigned, and so this one doesn't really make any sense because it will never be less than 0, right? So this code is completely useless, right? Correct. And I don't know why. I mean, if this was originally maybe not unsigned and then we made it unsigned. I mean, there are certain things that I have to be careful in changing, but yeah, like this fact update is a variable that we actually create here, but we never use, right? probably because I started to do it with a faction message, and then I did it in this other way, and it is actually leftover, right? It is actually a complete leftover. That's pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. So this line can actually be removed completely. So you see that is already catching a lot of stuff. Now our code base is fairly large, right? So I don't know if I really want to, go. I mean, do you see that? Do you see the color on the right, right? The colored bar on the right are all the problems that he found in our code. So basically it's saying that our code is horrible. No, maybe not horrible, but he finds, well, there are also 200 typos. Now, typos, let me check the typos just for fun. What is considered a type? Like this one, for example, what is the problem here? Variable faction title can be moved to an if statement. I understand, but I think it's more readable this way. So what he's saying is that I could get all of this, right, and put it inside of this if statement. I understand that. So you're basically saving this variable, right? Yeah, I mean, it's good, but in this case, I want to keep it as it is. I don't know if I can. I think I can. I think I can right click here and then say, okay, move it to an if statement, right? And if I do this, actually, you see what it's going to do. It's going to move it here. But I don't want that. Or I can probably say, let me see, split declaration and assignment. Huh? What is this doing? Ah, okay, like that. No, I mean, in this case, I don't want that. Inspection. Variable can move within the scope. Yes, you can actually, for example, disable ones, right? For this particular... or you can configure the severity. But you can find similar issues. That's pretty cool anyway. I don't know, maybe I'm going to delist some of these errors, right, and just remove them. But also you can filter only for warnings if you want, right? So it doesn't have to... Let me change the music 1 second. But I think I can keep it on, and see what it does. I really like the fact that it seems to be quick enough, to switch between the signatures and I didn't test yet the IntelliSense, so I didn't code anything yet, right, with it, and so we will see how good it is. But yeah. So, for example, this one is a weird one. It's saying variable score is reassigned in all the path before being read. Okay, so basically what he says is that this equal to 0 will never happen, probably. Because in all the paths, so here I'm assigning it, here I'm assigning it, right? And so my equal to 0 is basically useless. I don't understand why this should be a warning though. I will be interested to understand why this is a warning. Local variable is reassigned in all paths. The message can be a hint. The declaration and assignment can be joined. Yeah, exactly. But I see it more of a style, you know, more of a style than a warning. I mean, a warning should mean something like, "Hey, this may be a problem, right? So this may cause some error." But this one I think is a bit weak. I think this one is a bit weak. But anyway. Or I'm not understanding fully the implications, right? Seems to be more of a style problem than anything else. Anyway, I mean we can because in theory we can also delist it, right? We can say that we don't want this kind of errors anymore. So we could go, at the moment I'm not gonna do, but in theory we could say configure inspection severity, and we can say do not show, right? So this particular error will basically disappear. I don't know if I want to see it as a warning. For now I will leave it as a warning. We see maybe a few more, right? But I think it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same here. I think it's just that maybe, you know, if you see the initialization, you may think that, oh, this variable will be null pointer at a certain point in my code. But actually it will never be, right? So if you are assigning all path, there is no reason to init it. Yeah, true. But at the same time, if you have a variable that is not initialized, and then for any reason you change the code, right? You potentially are going to have a variable that is not initialized, right? Which is not a good idea. So I prefer, you know, to be a bit redundant, and so maybe have the initialization anyway, so that if I change the underlying code, at least it's initialized. But I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I would probably move it to, and I can do it, right? Because it's just one click, which is very nice. So I could say configure inspection severity. I can move it to suggestion or hint, right? So I can move it to any other categories. And yes, you can configure all of that because I've seen it already. So I did a minimum rate. So under settings, if you go to, now I don't remember where the hell is it, but inspection settings probably. Inspection severity, C++. No. But there was a wall section dedicated to where you could actually enable, I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. It's all this stuff. Yeah, it's here. It's all of this, right? So this is all the stuff that is checking, and you can actually change the severity if you want, right? Which is very cool. So you can decide that for you is a warning, for you is a suggestion, for you is an error, right? And so on. So yeah, which is pretty good. And then he also has a good checker for the style, right? The C++ style. Now, the only problem I have is that in my style, you know, all the variables are lowercase, or let's say lower camel case, while unfortunately Unreal Engine is using a different a different style. So for example, if I go in my tick, right, which by the way I don't even know, how do I navigate, this may be a problem for me. Wait a second. How do I navigate to another function in the same class? I have no idea. In theory, my class is here, but if I click it, I cannot. Maybe I'm not seeing it. It should be here somewhere, but I don't see it. So if I want to see all the, like in Visual Studio, you have at the top, you know, all the classes. What is this? Configure highlighting level. Oh, nice. How do I... Wait. I think we will do a bit of learning here, guys, huh? Jetbrain, how to get the list of all methods in class. Yeah, exactly. File structure. Control F12. Structure window Alt 7. Now this seems to be deeper than what I'm asking. I'm asking a very basic question. Yeah, exactly. So this is the drop down that you have in Visual Studio, right? There is the structure tool with a list of methods. Control Alt F or Control Alt F. Control Alt F did something weird. He did a F interactive. I don't know what was that. Okay. Window. On the left, the 3 blocks icon should show the structure of the file. On the left, you mean on the right? Ah, no, here, on the left. Structure. Ah, nice. Yeah, so basically if you have to jump to another, if you have to quickly jump to another method, like for example, now I was searching the tick method, right? So I need to go, so if I want to go to tick quickly, how do I do that? Well, I could just search for tick. I mean, okay. Yeah, probably that's the quickest. But I could just search for tick and I just go immediately to the function, right? But structure alphabetically. Navigate with single click. View mode. Dock pin. Always select open element. Navigate with a single click. Yeah, the only problem of this is that I have to get used to it a bit because, okay, I can do collapse all maybe. But it would be nice if I could see only the methods, right? Because this is actually the always select open an element. Yeah. Okay, this is changing on the left as soon as I go, but okay, so like, so if I'm here, I have my skill set, and here I have all the function of skill set. So yeah, I think I have to use it this way, exactly. So this is what I wanted. This is basically what I wanted. So I wanted to, so when you are inside a specific class, I would like to see all the methods of that class, right? I think that because in Visual Studio, you know, you have this, which is this drop down. Basically, you have to click 2 times. So you have to go, first you have to select the class, and then you have to select the method. And one of the annoying things of Visual Studio is that if you are outside of a class, like here in the middle, it's not recognizing it, right? Which I guess the same will probably happen here. Yeah, the same is kind of happening here, but at least it's keeping this one on the left so you can see. But yeah, I think in this case, just, you know, typing tick immediately goes to the function. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is that, as you can see, Unreal Engine is using variables uppercase, I mean capitalized, right? Capitalized case, with the first one being uppercase. And I don't know, I find it weird. I want to have, you know, functions, methods, uppercase and not variables. And so, like in this case, the tool is telling me that this is not correct, right? Because it should be delta time, because I configured it this way, right? So I went here and I configured it. I went under settings in code style, right? C++. And this one, by the way, is very nice. I really like this thing. It's very easy to understand. It took me like a second to understand how it was working, and it's pretty good. So you have naming, you have indents, and for naming it's very simple, and you have many options, right? And in my case, for parameters, is lower camel case with an underscore tolerant, with the second word being uppercase, right? So yeah. So it's pretty good. So the point is that this one is telling us this, but we can ignore it, right? We can just ignore it. We can actually ignore it. We can go context and then say disable, right? Exactly. Which is pretty cool. But I'm still moving my first step into this, right? So I don't have all the answers yet. I'm just trying to understand how it works. Let me see this toggle interactable. Blueprint implementable function is not implementing any blueprint. Okay, so this one is because of the Unreal Engine integration. You see that there is here this at the top. Maybe you don't see it. Wait, there is here at the top the Unreal Engine thing. So you can do a lot of stuff with this. You can attach to Unreal Engine in debugging mode, right? You can manage the plugin. Sorry, the plugin settings. So yeah, you can do a bunch of stuff. And now we don't have to discover it all tonight, but overriding function landed doesn't have an override specifier. Yeah, for example, this one is a good one, right? So we should, because at least is telling us that we are overriding something. So you can ask to fix it, and it's just adding override here at the end, which is actually a better style. So there is good stuff, I would say. In general, we should look at the warnings and not configure highlight level. What is this? Highlight level in solution. Hints. This is super cool. So you can bring it down like this. Holy shit. That is very nice. So I can say I want all the... sorry, it's below your... well, you cannot see it. Wait a second. Let me do this so you can see it. So here there is this button, right? Which was hidden because there was the chat in front. There's this button that has a slider. And I can decide, what is the level that I want. So do I want to see only syntax errors? Do I want to see real errors? warnings, suggestions, and hints, right? And I don't remember exactly what is categorized as hints, but anyway, let's say it's the lighter level. Inlay information, so which is basically code vision. What they call code vision is this, I think, Unreal Engine inspector. Style inspection, spelling, naming style, syntax style. Very nice. So do I see, when I click on it, do I see if it's an int or if it's something more critical? I think I can see it here, right? Inspection severity. So if I remove code vision, if I remove code vision, this should go away, no? Or no? No, it doesn't go away. So that's not code vision then, I assume. So that's a hint, or a suggestion, or a warning. It's a warning. I don't know. I mean, the fact that something is not implemented in blueprints, I would not consider it a warning. I would consider it more of a suggestion. Well, because in basically what he's saying, well, if you don't use it in blueprint, just delete it, right? Which makes sense. Yeah. Then there are two things. So if you press Shift twice, right? If you press Shift twice, you get this nice interface. And for example, I was working on UPS respawn event, right? Yeah, and you see that you can immediately see where that UPS respawn game event is actually used, right? Everywhere in the code, which is pretty cool. Even if in this case, I think it didn't do it right, but let me see. I did it right before. I don't know why it's not doing it now. UPS respawn game event. It should not be only here. It should be. That's kind of strange, though. Now yes. Because I was case sensitive. Why it gave me less results? Maybe it was not the same string. UPS respawn game event. UPS respawn game event. What is the difference between this and this? No, I don't understand. UPS respawn game event. Was it typed differently? Maybe I don't know. Yeah, because you see that now it's finding it everywhere. Maybe there was a space. Maybe there was a space before or after. Possible. Yeah, possible. I think there was a space. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Yeah, but so you have the shift where you can. Yeah, there was a space. You see the space? There was a space. You have to be careful. Obviously, you have no ending space. Otherwise, you are searching only the locations where there is a space. But yeah, so if I mean, obviously, if I do APS character, right? If you want to be a bit evil, right? We can say APS character, right? And obviously, okay, in this case it's saying more because there are so many places that it cannot. But you can filter by classes. You can filter by files. Even if files, I don't know, bro, because files... Files... There was solution before. APS character is pretty much everywhere, right? So I think it's unlikely that it's only in the 6 files. But yeah. So there is this one, and then there is another shortcut that was in the demo. There was Alt Enter. So if you press Alt Enter, you automatically get the menu with all the things that you can do, right? So in theory, I should just go on the error, press Alt Enter, and do this, right? So it'll be as quick as this. Yeah, so I go here, I do Alt Enter, Enter, right? Alt Enter, Enter, and it's done automatically for me. This one, for example, had the override, but it didn't have the virtual. Let me see this error though. What is this guy saying? What is this guy saying here? Member schedule is not initialized in this constructor. Interesting. So it's basically saying that this constructor, you know, is initialized in this variable, but since this variable is actually not initialized in the class, whenever I create this class, this variable is not initialized. Yeah, because originally, you know, the I don't know when they introduced the possibility to actually initialize members in the H files. I don't know, maybe it was a long time ago, but anyway, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Overriding the structure does not have override specifier. So you see, here is the same problem. So we can just add, you know, virtual override. Now he's making it a bit more verbose, but I think at the same time he's probably making it also more correct and more understandable, right? Because you are saying that you are overriding the here is going into the comment. Cannot resolve symbol obj in the comment. Because it's not in the signature actually. So that's pretty cool. So he's saying, well, you have a comment that is actually not expressing properly the elements here. I see. So yeah, because this has been redone. So, but it doesn't do the opposite, right? So these are actually wrong. Yeah, these are actually wrong. These are not. Well, let's say they've been changed. Let me see. Object, the actual. So this was probably renamed, right? The actor to loot the item from. So target and client. Now I have no idea. Which is which, right? So we will have to read the code to actually. But I think is yeah, but it is correct. It's correct. I mean, this thing, it doesn't exist here. So it's better if you don't document it than just documenting it wrong, right? I assume. So this is pretty cool. I like it. I mean, I like how this tool is thinking. I kind of like it. Hello. Wow, that name. Hello, Shaif Ulgantegen. No. Shaif Ulganteng. Hello. Hello, Honest Dan Games. Hey, thank you for the raid. Hello. Hello, raiders. We are testing JetBrains Rider, which is an IDE for Unreal Engine. They made some good stuff for Unreal integrations, and so I'm testing it. trying to see how it works with Unreal and if it's faster than Visual Studio and all of that. I didn't yet code tonight, but I'm gonna code very soon. I'm just trying to like explore and make myself comfortable with the UI, you know, and things like that. So yeah, I'm like trying to understand a bit how it works. But anyway, for all the people who just joined, you want to know who we are, considering some of you will probably last only a few seconds, because you know when a raid happens it's usually pretty quick. But our game is named Plane Shift, and it's actually a release game, so you can go there and play it. You can go here and download it, and you can play it. You can download it for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. It's a free game. You don't have to pay anything, but if you want to support us, would be nice. But it's a completely free game, which was originally open source, and then when we switched to Unreal Engine, also because our old game was in GPL license, it is not compatible with Unreal. And so we just switched to a proprietary one, but we may open source in the future again. I don't know, we will see. Maybe with an Apache license. But anyway, our game is a fantasy MMO, where you can, you know, explore the world and build your character and grow up in your skills, your stats, find new weapons, and yeah, we have spells, magic, and quest and NPC, and you can speak with the NPC and all of that. So everything that you can expect pretty much from a normal MMO, we kind of have. Now, as you, if any of you is knowledgeable about making games, you may understand that making an MMO is a kind of a tough thing. Yeah, so but let's say we have like we have stuff. One of the issues is that our graphics is a bit outdated, but it's outdated just because these graphics really were created, you know, long time ago. The first release for the game was 2002. Wow, no, 2004. I always forget. 2002. 2002, 2004. Ah, 2002, right? Wikipedia Plane Shift. 2002, sorry, yeah. But before 2002, the game was alive. I mean, this was just the first version of the game, but well, yeah, World of Warcraft and RuneScape. Yeah, exactly. RuneScape basically started with us. We can say that we were even before them, but I don't want to say, because then people may say, ah, maybe not, maybe yes, maybe no. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Honest Dan Games. Hey, thank you. What are you doing? Are you working with Unreal Engine or not? Honest Dan Games. Maybe I rated you. I remember your name or no? Maybe I'm confusing with someone else. I don't know. Honest Dan Games. I don't remember. What are you doing here? You're playing games? My custom machine pinball? You're making a pinball game? You're making a pinball game. I'm making a pinball game. Or anyway, you tried in one of your projects, I guess. Hello, awesome Mang. Hey. Jetbrains is amazing. Okay. Yeah, but what I'm trying, I mean, we switched tonight, right? Tonight we switched from Visual Studio to Jetbrains and Rider, and I'm trying to get myself comfortable with the UI. And then what I'm doing, I'm very interested to see what he thinks of my code. And at the moment, I see that if I enable everything, which is warnings, suggestions, and hints, it's basically finding just for this class, which is not a very big one. Well, it's a decent one. This class is how many lines? 2000. It's finding like 18 warnings, 70 suggestion, and 56 typos. So I work in Unreal on my job, but also use it for outside of work for personal projects. Ah, nice. We're currently working on our car game. The pinball was made. Okay. Car games, nice. Anyway, thank you again for the raid. Very appreciated. I will raid you back if I see you online. Assuming that I follow you. Do I follow you or not? I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Ah, yes, I follow you already. Ha 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 ha. I'm safe. Saved. I'm following you already. Hello, Lucky Choo. Lucky Choo Choo. Hey, thank you for the follow. Branoid and you are partnering in crime. I see. But anyway, yeah, we are making this game. Oh, let me see this one. This one is interesting. Cannot print a value of type size T that implies specifier percentage LLU with formal specifiers percentage D that implies type int. Wow, this message is very long. This message is kind of a, you know, a tongue twist. Cannot print a value size T that implies specifier la 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 with format D that implies int. So basically saying that all our formatting in this case is all over the place. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. So, okay, so fix it. So if I ask him to fix it, what is doing? Replace D format specified instead of LLU. I don't have LLU, I have D. Ah, no, I have D because it's an int, but he's saying LLU because it's size D. Well, I would probably prefer to change non-modified to size D, but probably I cannot, to int, but probably I cannot because this guy is coming from whatever, yeah. Cool. Cool. Okay, we can change it to LLU. I think I will be very confused about percentage LLU. I think I never used it. But yeah, you see, you can correct it fairly easy. I think I want to go to the header files and see maybe if we take our the most complex header file that we have is this one, is PS character, right? PS character is a monster of a class, and I should split it up, I know, but I don't know. So only the header only the header is 3,600 lines. Okay, so this gives you a sense of the freaking complexity. Yeah. I know. I'm not a good programmer, so I should split it. But anyway, this class is really doing a lot of stuff. And he already has some subclasses, you know, some inner classes and other classes. But yeah, so I want to see what he's saying. What he's saying on this file. So for example, he's saying that game framework character.h is unused. Okay. Deleted. No, sorry, I pressed F5, no, F7. How do you build in this tool? Build solution. What is the shortcut? We don't know. F7 or something like that. I use F7 for in Visual Studio. Then he's saying the gem.h. This is a very bad leftover that I should remove. Yep. I mean, whenever possible, because this gem.h file was actually a file, as you can see, copyright 2017. Well, it's not that old though. We have stuff that is definitely older. Java classes. Do you want to see the CPP file? How big it is? Because that was the header. That was the header file. That was the header. It was 3,600. Do you want to see the real thing? Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, first of all, I need to find at least. Well, I just click here. It's easy. So the CPP file is 8,300 lines and growing. And growing. It's not this thing is not shrinking in any way. No, but anyway, maybe I will. I mean, there is stuff like, for example, right? There is combat stuff, there is skill stuff, and we have actually managers. We actually have manager classes for everything. So I think that some of these methods should really be moved to the manager classes. We have a bunch. I mean, consider our code is big. Our code base is big. We have 200,000 lines of code, so, and like 700 blueprints. So our code is big, but yeah, certain classes can be. But anyway, let's go back to this PS card. I want to see what he's saying. So gem, yeah, gem we should definitely remove. Gem we should absolutely remove. And actually gem, you know what we can do? I think we can see, because gem is the file that I wait, if I do F12 on this one, is not going. Ah, yes, it is going. This is the file that I use for migration, because our game was made in another engine, and I had to port it, right? And so I ported it to Unreal Engine, and so there are pieces of this code. I mean, if you want to find all classes, I can find all classes very easy, right? So there are classes like this one, I don't know, 2001, right? So just to give you a sense of. So this class was written in 2001 by this guy, by the way, Matthias Matze. So I already did some refactoring, but I didn't do any massive refactoring, right? Because unfortunately, time is the problem. So I'm trying to make a game, not to make a, you know, a fantastic code show project, right? And so in the migration, there was a lot that was in Gem, which was our entity manager. Like, yeah, it was like game entity manager. I think that was the acronym. Yeah, game entity manager, and he was managing entities. And so there was a lot of, there were a lot of managers, other managers inside connected to this gem. And so what I did in the migration, I put them all here, and then as soon as I was converting the code, I was removing from this file. So this file in theory should be completely deleted, right? But if I delete it now, I still have dependencies. Like, for example, the marriage manager, because in game you can marry and divorce. At least we could in the past. This one is not ported yet, right? So at the moment you cannot marry and divorce yet. But for example, proximity list, right? Proximity lists in theory should not be used anywhere anymore. So why? So how can I say find usage? If I say find usage, what is happening here? I think I'm in the wrong window. Wait. I think I have a window that is not open probably, because if I do find usage, usage of proximity list were not found. So meaning that the proximity list does not exist anywhere, right? So I can delete it. Is that correct? Yeah, I think it is. Because proximity list was the way we were doing in the old game, in the old code, basically the overlap triggers, right? Well, it's not exactly like that, but anyway, kind of the overlap triggers. So for example, this guy can go, right? This guy can go, and this guy, I mean, I think I should do it with all these classes now that I'm refactoring and see. Well, actually this one seems to be used. This one seems to be used. Get item supply, demand info. This is part of the economy manager. The economy manager is another piece that I did. Yeah, exactly. There's another piece that I didn't import yet. This could be something interesting to do. Do we want to port the economy manager tonight? just to test a bit, you know, the coding with Rider. I think we may. So if I want to, okay, let's see. So if I take economy, let me just see how complex was economy manager in the old game, okay? So to see the old game, I have to launch something that most of you probably never seen, which is Microsoft Visual Studio 2010. Which is the version, which was, let's say, the last version. Well, no, it's not true, but anyway, one of the versions that we use for the old game. Let's say like that. So economy manager. So if you want to find economy manager, I guess I need to go server side and I need to find economy manager. Written in 2005. Fantastic. So how big is this guy? Well, it's not that big. It's like 130 lines of a header file and 300 lines of, so really little. The point is that this code, right, is for another engine. So when I convert it, it's a bit of a pain, right? But we can try to do it. So the economy manager class, what it was doing, it was basically receiving from the main server all the information of who's selling stuff, who's buying stuff, who's picking up stuff, who's looting stuff, right? You see all these loot messages, drop messages, pick up. So it was receiving all this stuff and it was basically adding it to an economy class that was keeping track of the supply and demand information, with the idea that then we could do some supply and demand reasoning, right, inside the game. I think so, yeah, but it should be grayed out or no. Yeah, it should. I don't know. I think it's graying out only the include files. It's not graying out the ones that are not used. Otherwise, while you typing new stuff, it will all be grayed out and will look a bit weird, I guess. I think I can do Control-Shift-F to search for the specific string in all files. Yeah, I think I do this Shift-Shift. This Shift-Shift is super nice, right? If I do Shift-Shift and I say proximity list, it's giving me all the places, I guess, where this is present. I don't know if Control-Alt-F. No, Control-Alt-F did something weird. Is opening this interactive F-sharp console. I don't know what is it. I mean, yeah, I think Shift-Shift is the solution. But I don't know if it's really searching everywhere or no. I don't know. Member function can be made static. Well, okay, I mean, like this suggestion is so, right? I mean, okay, understand. So like, I'm not requiring any other, yeah, but this one is what? A suggest. So if I go, that's a suggestion. That's a suggestion. So if we want, you know, we could set the level, you know, there is here at the bottom right, there is this level, you know, which is a slider. And you can say, give me all the hints, give me the suggestions, give me the warning. So maybe we can stay at warning level for now. And overriding the structure economy doesn't have a override specifier. Boom. Virtual override. Easy. Virtual.history doesn't have override specifier. Boom, done. The mage history doesn't have override specifier. Boom, done. Yeah, in theory, what I would like to do, I would like to see if we really have some stuff that, like for example, this shit we can delete for sure. This is all stuff that I already ported. Question manager, character detail, character description. Because sometimes I was just commenting out stuff because I didn't finish the porting fully, but now that I read it, I know that I ported it fully. So, for example, this one as well. This one is fully ported, so this one in theory should not exist anymore in here, right? So what was it? Was find user Shift F12, right? Shift F12. Yeah, you see, this one also is not found. So this method is completely. This is completely old code that we can delete. In theory, this wall class should go to 0. At the moment, this class is 1000 lines. There is definitely stuff in here that we can remove. Well, another one is net manager, right? In our old game, all the networking was done by us. Was all done by that. Hello, Juan Luis Guerra. Your mouth is so hot. You like my mouth? What do you mean? What the fuck I'm doing? I'm trying to make a game. No, actually, we made a game already. I'm trying to improve our game. Net manager. Net manager is actually used. It's used in PS server. This was the old server, right? That now doesn't exist anymore. But I assume that unfortunately it's still there somewhere. No? PS server. PS server. In theory, this one I can remove. I can try to remove it. In theory, this guy should not exist anymore. You know, I left it in here because we have two managers that are hire manager and, well, net manager really GG. But I have three managers that are hire manager, marriage manager, economy manager that I didn't port yet. These are the last three pieces of the old game that we didn't port, I guess. Well, yeah, kind of. At least on the manager side. So I left it for that. It's just for me as a reminder that these three things needs to be ported. Yeah. I absolutely need a shortcut, guys, for rebuilding. What is this shortcut? How do I know what is the shortcut? There is no shortcut for build solution. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I had F7 on it. Control F9? No, please. Control F9 is so bad. What is F7 doing? F7 is doing nothing. I want to change it to F7. Just because I always used F7. I don't know why, but I always use F7. Key map. Build solution. Build solution, not rebuild. Build solution. Add keyboard shortcut. F7. Already assigned to next difference in version control. I don't care. The shortcut is already assigned to another action. Do you want to remove the other assignment? No. Keep it. So if I do F7 now, is it building? It's not building, huh? It's not building. So I need to remove the other shortcut then? No. Okay. So I have to remove it in the other guy. Okay, remove. F7. Save. Aha! F7, much nicer. publish destination. Yeah, but also publish destination. Bro, publish destination is something that should not exist anymore. Array, what? Returns all the clients which are inside our proxy list? No. Delete. Completely delete. Oh, wow. We have published destination in a lot of places. Oh, wow. Array publish destination multi? Nah, don't believe it. I mean, I believe it, but all this stuff should go away. Interesting. Yeah, that is old stuff. Yeah, that is an old also this message, right? This is something that we didn't convert yet. This is multicasting. I mean, it was multicasting to all the clients connected in range, in this proximity range. The fact that the specific effect was done, right? But I don't know. This is doing nothing at the moment, huh? Because this is not implemented and this is not implemented. This is a dummy thing. You see? It's just a dummy again inside Gem. So you know what I will do? I will do this. I will do a UI fix me, and I will say in the old game it was sending a PS stop effect message, right? But I will just comment it out. I don't think I want to keep, you know, this multi thingy just because of that. So I will just remove it. I want to clean a bit the code. And I think that Jetbrains is helping me to clean it way faster, I think. So at least it is what I'm seeing. So it's good. I mean, all this reference stuff, all this, you know, it's pretty cool. So yes. Yeah, for this reason. Okay, so maybe I was a bit too quick in deleting this, because actually we had a wall log management in the old game that is partially ported. I would say we nearly have it all, but it's not all. And can I connect this to my subversion or not? I guess I can, huh? SVN, integrate project, clean up project, refresh changes, show local changes as UML. Show local changes as UML. What the hell? What is that doing? Update project, integrate project. No, I don't want to integrate. I want to diff. How do how do I just do a diff? I just want to diff my thing, right? Show local. I mean, I want to show local changes, but not as UML. I just want to show local changes of this file. Edit property, set property, reverse, show current, compare with the same repository version. Exactly. Ah, nice. It's doing it here. That's very cool. I can do it inside the editor. That's very nice. So I can get back my. So I'm you know, by purpose doing some changes here and there to see. Yeah. Okay, that's very nice. So to do the comparison, this was the F7, right? The F7 that we just removed, which was the compare with the next change in the repository. Okay, but it's cool. What is this? It's bringing it back in that. Okay, nice. Nice. Wow, this is very nice, guys. No? That is very nice that I can have my SVN comparison directly inside the IDE. And I guess it's supporting Git. I mean, we are using SVN for historical reasons, but I mean, you can do it with Git for sure as well, right? So that's pretty cool. 9 differences. So you see, yeah, you go difference by difference like that. And yeah, pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, if we can remove the publish destination, I think I would be happy. Another thing that I would like to remove is this freaking client class. Because client is, so how do I then, gem and gem, it's opening it in a new window. Okay, very cool. It's very nice. So you can keep both without going crazy. Yeah, I would like to basically remove all the instances. I want to kill publish destination. I want to kill it. And I think I also want to kill message cracker. Even if message cracker I think would be harder to kill. But so if I do shift F12 right here, it's saying the publish destination is still used here. What is this? Target area confirm. Wow, that's a method. Change name, huh? Target area confirm change name, huh? This may be something that we didn't import yet. Because it's still using. Yeah, still using. In fact, there is my message here. How do we convert this thing, right? Because this part of the code was basically sending an update to all clients that were in range of the new name in case you were changing the name of a player. This is what this code is doing, right? And at the moment in our new game, I don't have a way to do that, and also I don't know if I have to. Let me think about it. Definitely this is something that we will have to fix. But I think we can say... was sending it to all client in proxy list. Was sending to all client in proxy list. What's going on? Hello? The name change, right? And I would say that this we can delete. So we remove this freaking... There is a bit more that you fix me, but it's also to do. I don't know. He has a concept of to do. Nice. So he knows what a to do is. Okay. I mean, to me, you fix me is pretty much like a to do. So it's stuff that I put in the code to say that I need a... What? Why we got some crazy... Huh? We got some crazy errors on build, I don't understand why. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do this work now, but it's just to test a bit the IDE, right? Just to see a bit what... Initialize all initialize members, client object distance, yeah. Yeah, that's good. But okay, gem.h is not the best class to do this thing because is basically a broken class that we use just to dump old declarations that we didn't import yet. So, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. Okay, let's try to do something real. Let's try to continue. Maybe I don't want to port the old class now. I'm not in the mood of going through economy manager, but let's continue a bit the work that we were doing. So what we were doing, we were working on procedural dungeon generation, right? And we already did a lot for procedural dungeon generation. We did all that you see in this page, and interesting. Yeah, I think all this shit we should remove. User manager animation. This was a command that was allowing you to actually play, to basically force an animation in game. Let me see, where is this used? User manager animation. Yeah, it was a command actually. This one is not too hard though, because we can command NPC. I think we have the equivalent in Unreal. We have animation not found. You serious? I'm pretty sure we have the animation thing. Don't remember how it's called, but we had a broadcast. We don't have a broadcast animation. Probably is in PS. Ah, because it's in PS character. It's in PS character. It's in PS character. That's why. That's why. There should be here a broadcast animation. Broadcast animation. We have broadcast emote animation. We have broadcast attack animation. But we don't have a generic broadcast animation. Let me check 1 second in game. I think I need to read my own So here we are entering into the game in the production server. It's not my server, it's the production one. Just because I want to click on help and read the animation command if it's here. It's not even here. It's not here. Why? Because it's a generic one. Strange. Why slash animation is actually not a manage command? How can I wait? How do I search exactly slash animation everywhere? What? Words match case. Guys, how do I search anywhere? There is no slash animation anywhere? You sure of that? Nah, it's impossible. It's not searching where it should search. It's not searching where it should search. Search anywhere, right? Anywhere means anywhere or what? Open results, find window. Open results, find window. Huh? I don't understand how the search works. So if I want to search slash animation everywhere, right? Everywhere in the source code, where the hell is this? Zero results. Bro, zero results is impossible. Bro, I just need a... Huh? What I'm missing, guys? Anyone that knows how to use the tool can tell me how to global... I need to global search, right? Like if it's a search in all files or whatever. Control T or double shift. I tried already, but it was not finding it. Slash animation. Slash animation. No, slash animation is finding. Ah. Why is finding also this stuff, right? Which has nothing to do. I have to go under text. Maybe I have to go under text. Solution all places. I think it would be very nice if I could search only the current project, right? Like I would like to exclude Unreal Engine classes, right? I mean, I'm fine staying within my project, but I want to go, because for example, if I say animation, right? Animation will go, yes, in all these freaking possible places. How do I change it back to solution? Solution, all places, scratch and original viewed file, open files. Okay, open files is like Visual Studio where you do, okay. There was solution here before, but now I cannot say solution anymore. For whatever reason. Yeah, but I think the shift is the solution, is the thing. So shift and then text, right? And then slash animation, then you can go all open files or all places. Yeah, so there is no slash animation. There is actually no slash animation. Command, right? Command. I don't know how to restrict it to my all words, regexp. I think it would be nice if I could say only this, right? Excluding engine, because I mean it's fine, you can find, but I think it would be cool if you could search only within the scope, a specific scope, right? And here actually there was solution before. Ah, you see solution? Maybe it defaults to solution and then you can switch it to all places. I just don't know why you cannot switch back to solution. Solution has O and all places has P. So if I press O here, is it going? No, it's not. O, solution. That is a bit weird, huh? This search there is a bit weird. What was this? I mean, it default to solution, so I think it's okay. Yeah, so I have to do, okay, so I have to do shift, then we go here, we click on text, we look in which scope we are, and then we type what we need to find, right? Like in this case, server quit. So actually there is no animation, command, even if it's saying more. I think it would be so nice if instead of solution there was current context, right? Which is the context data sources. No, it's not here. You cannot do it. Okay, fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm just trying to understand how this thing works, right? That's fine. But it's very cool that it's showing the includes that is actually not using. I think that's very nice. I think that's very, very nice. I guess PS standard didn't. It's probably fine by now. Okay. Sorry, it's taking me a bit of time because I'm kind of adapting, right, to this thing, but cool. Initialize member self. Yeah, I don't even know why we have it without. But this is a bit of a touchy class. I don't want to change it. That class is kind of risky to change, so I'm not gonna change it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm getting more comfortable in this new IDE. Hello, Jian. You can Control Shift F. Someone said that already, but Control Shift F. Ah no, someone said Control Alt F. No, Control Shift F. Ah, Control Shift F. Slash animation. Slash server quit. Slash server quit. Yeah. Okay, this is good. Control Shift F. So it's like Control F, but with a shift in addition. Thank you. Okay, that's nice. Which probably was somewhere here as well, right? Finding files. There it is. Control Shift F. Okay. Yeah. I find that better than, at least for what I've seen. Do you know, Gion, if I can search only inside my project, meaning PS Unreal, right? Excluding Unreal Engine. Because if I scope, there it is. Scope, what is scope? Directory, solution, project. Project. Ah, here it is. Exactly. This is what I needed. This is exactly what I need. So shift is not doing that, right? It's a pity though. But shift is not doing the scope the way. I mean, it's doing it this way, but this way is not the way, right? Ah, this is very nice. This is what I needed. So it's project and project scope. So we can confirm that slash animation actually does not exist, right? Slash animation lowercase, yeah, it doesn't exist. The only one that exists, I mean, because it's in the includes, fine, but it doesn't really. What is this SVN log? What? He's searching inside SVN log. What? Oh, because it's a TXT. Ah, because it's a TXT file that I have inside my directory. Okay. Yeah, it's not a project thing. Oh, actually, he sees it. Huh. Okay. Basically, showing here every file that is in the directory, even if it's not imported. Why? If I do delete, I think it will delete the file. I don't want to do that. Okay, but it's good. Yeah. That is nice. So what are we doing? I don't know. I'm waiting the compilation to finish or what? I think I'm waiting the compilation to finish. But if I understand right, you know, Rider is anyway using Visual Studio Compiler, right? Because I see here that it's saying using Visual Studio 22 toolchain. So he doesn't have his own thing, but it's just get multicast client. This thing we should really remove. This thing we should really remove. It's the same animation. It's the same animation. I think I will comment them from now. But I need to refactor this shit. I definitely need to refactor this shit. But I think it's not now. All these messages, right, need to be... Let me see if he's using the CPU differently than Visual Studio, or probably not, because... How much memory is using? 5 gigabytes. So JetBrains Rider backend is using 5 gigabytes. JetBrains Rider, I don't know what is the difference between the two, but anyway, it's using 4 gigabytes. So then, okay, now we have an editor open, we have another PS Unreal running, we have a game running. I mean, we are not really in the best spot, right? We have a lot of stuff open, but yeah. I mean, still we are at 25 gigabytes of RAM out of 32, so I think it's pretty good. Yeah, but it's using quite a bit. I think Visual Studio was using probably less than this. No? I can see. If I open Visual Studio 22 with the same project, creating a new compiler, Jetbrains will go bankrupt. Yeah, probably. Yeah, so he's using the same compiler. Let me see how much Visual Studio is using in terms of memory and how much JetBrains is using. I mean, it's good. The problem with Visual Studio is that it takes a lot of time to actually go. I mean, to actually reach the right level, you know, because it's always IntelliSense is like scanning stuff forever, and you never understand when it's done, right? So like, you have this bar on the left is behind me, but anyway, let me see if I can show it to you somehow. Yeah, you have this bar here that is like updating whatever, and is never done. It's never done. I don't know. Or when it's done, it's still not done, right? So like now, scanning mode includes, so it's just going on forever. And it is growing, right? So at the moment it's 2.4 gigabytes. I don't know if we wait that he finish, but definitely seems that that Rider is using more memory. Looks like. I don't understand why there is this backend. JetBrains Rider backend. Remote development overview. Remote development. They use the interface with a team client without having a perfect remote tool to check out and load your project. The remote host is typically a Linux virtual machine. So the architecture is built on two pieces, right? So they design it this way. So you have a client and you have a backend. The problem is that you have like 4 gigabytes on the client and 5 gigabytes on the backend, which meh. But I mean, obviously, if he's you know making your development faster, it's still you know good memory spent, right? So it's no, I'm not saying. I was just trying to understand the difference. But So Visual Studio at the moment is 2 gigabytes. And Rider is 9. So a significant difference, but it's also true that if I go here in Visual Studio and I want to have my IntelliSense, right? I can which class we were modifying? UPS respond game event. UPS respond game event under trigger, right? So if I go here and I say this and I press, well, this, okay, this time it worked fairly quickly, right? So I think the Visual Studio is trying to show that it's still doing a good job, but I think that in many cases, right, I was waiting for the IntelliSense. So let's develop a bit, let's close it, let's develop a bit with the Rider and see if it's slowing down or not. Last time Rider was using 18 gigabyte of RAM. Oh my god. You really need 64 gigabytes? Okay. I can add to 32, it's not a problem. I don't know exactly my slots. I mean, if I have... is there a way to see the slots of memory without opening your PC or not? Probably will not be that easy, eh? It's just telling you the physical memory, but I have to open... I mean, I can open it, it's next to me, but... I was like... Probably is not telling you, huh? So basically the compilation will be identical, right? Because it's the same compiler. So I cannot say, oh, it's compiling faster or it's compiling slower, because it's using the same tool chain and the same, you know. Task Manager is telling the RAM thingy. Slot used 2 out of 4. Okay, fantastic. So I have 2 slots of 16. I think I can buy the same type maybe and put it. I mean, I think the best would be if it's identical, so that we don't mix memories with other memories, right? Okay, I think it compiled successfully. So let's try. So I'm a bit distracted about the new IDE, so I'm not really doing anything. But I don't know what is this. Chaos user data PPT set declaration of solver hide class member. Okay, this is probably a warning in the Unreal Engine stuff, but I guess we don't care. Okay, so let's try to... I have to focus a second and try to get my thing going, right? So like if I say, okay, I have my sources, I have my server, but I don't think I should navigate here. I think I should just shift and say, you know, UPS respond, right? Game event, and then I click here, I see it. I say na. Then I go on trigger, and here I don't do right click anything, right? I just do F12, right? Do F12. I jump here, I see my class is respawning. It just feels a bit different, you know. So it's not that I'm feeling like swimming a bit in the void. Put 464 gigabyte and never think about ever again. And no, because then you're changing the motherboard in 1 year, and the new motherboard needs new memory, which is a different standard compared to the previous one. And so I thought it's a very bad idea to do what you just suggested, because then you will just waste money. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so wait a second, because I'm super distracted. I don't know why, but I'm super distracted by this new idea. So what I was saying is this, right? So we want to load NPC dynamically, and for that we need a different set of parameters, blah blah blah. And so I need to know if my NPC is loading dynamically or not. So what we said here, we said that when the NPC needs to know if he's dynamic or not, right? Because I need to know in my respawn game event, and my respawn game event needs to have the dynamic and needs to have my NPC data to reload the NPC. Yeah, exactly. So how do we do? Okay, respawn event. Let me see. Spawn manager, CPP, spawn manager. Yeah, it's here actually. No, it's not here. It's not here because there is the declaration. Is here. Yeah, exactly, is here. So it is when we are removing an NPC and we are creating a new respawn event, right? So here we need a new, actually, you know what? I think we need to change this function, right? Yeah, we need to change this function. We need to change this function to have load dynamic, right? Load dynamic and NPC data. Sorry. To have load dynamic and NPC and this thing, right? I don't know if this is enough, but if it's not enough, we will expand it, I think, because this structure is already a pretty good structure, because it's already having a bunch of the stuff that we need, which is basically the whole definition of a new NPC, right? And so I think that we should use that. Control minus, it goes back and forward. Control minus, and Control Shift minus. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, so for example, now I change this thing. Can I align this function to? Because if I do generate definition, mistakes were made, huh? Okay. So it doesn't understand that it's the same one. I mean, I understand. I mean, I changed the parameters, so it makes sense, but still. Could have done it. If it was smarter, I don't know. Could have done it? Maybe. Well, now here we will have to create a new PS random event NPC pointer, right? We will have to create a new of these guys actually, which I don't know if I really like, but I guess yes. I don't know why sometimes I'm programming right to left instead of left to right. I don't know why, but sometimes it happens. like now. Okay, so what is saying on this guy? Member spawn rule is not initialized in this constructor. Member spawn rule is not initialized in this constructor. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not because... Can it be -1 or no? I think it could be -1. Yeah, but I like the hints. I think it's good. I like the hints. I like how he gives. Yeah, I think I like it. I mean, I'm still adapting a bit, so I feel I'm a bit slower at the moment, right? But I think I'm slower because it feels a bit different. It feels, you know, slightly different. So I don't know exactly what I'm looking at. You should refactor, automatically update the header. Yeah, probably I should have done that. So like if you say refactor this change signature, okay, and then you add a new, okay, I see. Yeah, I can try the next time. I don't know if it's faster or not. This UI of refactor seems to be a bit busy actually, but change signature, I mean, it would have been easier if I can just type it. I cannot type it. No! I cannot type it, so I have to do plus blah blah blah. But anyway, okay, I don't know, I will try. Maybe it's quick enough. Maybe it's quick enough. Okay. I'm losing myself, boys. I'm losing myself a bit, but it's okay. So basically here, yes, now we have these new parameters, right? So we need is lot dynamic, and the question is, how do I know if my NPC is dynamic? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. One way could be to check by ID. No, I think we need a new parameter on the NPC itself. Yeah, I think we do. I think we do need on our PS character the class of 9,000 lines. We need by the way, one day I should move this stuff somewhere else, because it doesn't make any sense that I have the skills inside PS character. Doesn't make any freaking sense. It's so annoying to have multiple classes in the same file. I don't know why we did this, but we did it. So like this shit should be in progression manager, right? Progression, we have a class that is dedicated, progression manager, that is dedicated to progression, right? And there is no reason why it should not be here, right? It's also, this class is pretty small, so if I add, you know, you see that it's using skills because it's using send skill update, trainable skills, right? Handle skill. I don't know, maybe we just do it. What I would like to move, I would like to move all of this. All of this, all of this. All of this, all of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. All until here. If I move it, do you think they will break? Probably, huh? Probably. Wait, there is more, because there is also this stat set. Oh my god, there is more than this. Skill stats buffable. Holy shit. What? Come on, this stuff cannot be here. It can't, like GM events assignment. Why we have this stuff here? I think we put it in this class everything, but it doesn't make any sense. Should be, I mean, it could be a separate file, right? But okay, let me try to remove all of that, put it in Progression Manager and see what happens. Do you think it should be before or after Progression Manager? Maybe after. Maybe after. And if. We still have the if and if here. Wow. 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 Hey, let me try to recompile like this 1 second, because I want to see if we can do the cleanup. I think that don't we have a skills definition? No, isn't? Yeah. We have a skill cache definition. We have a skill cache definition. But skill cache is different. Well, in theory, it could go in the same place. No, because I'm thinking maybe I make just another file, right? Because, but I want to make PS character a bit lighter, because it's really an impossible class and it's always so hard to navigate. Because like all this defines, I don't know if they should really stay here. And this character variable I think is slightly better because it's really a piece of this definition, right? So maybe that one we can leave here. But anyway, what I was doing is that we need to add in this class a new member, right? And that will be what? Is I think we called it is loading dynamic, or we can just say is dynamically loaded. I think is dynamically loaded is probably better. Is dynamically loaded, right? I don't think at the moment there is anything here about dynamic. Well, we have, yeah, I think it would be a good idea to put it close to this, because this is the function that is actually saying if my stuff is dynamic or not, right? So we can say if the character has been loaded dynamically, then flag it. Oops. Then flag it, right? GG. GG. I moved that and now nothing is working anymore. I knew it. I knew it. Because it doesn't know skill set. That is in Progression Manager. I know it's in Progression Manager. Can you include Progression Manager? No. We are not including Progression Manager? We should. Progression Manager is a project include? Yeah, it's a project include. Because it's under server, so... Ha! This was so good compared to Visual Studio. Oh my god, it was so quick. It was so quick. In Visual Studio, when you do this, that you have directories, it's like super slow. It takes like 3 days to get your freaking include. Believe it or not, but it's the way it works. That was very nice feeling, I have to say. That felt really, really good. Inventory cache server. This one is not used, huh? We have just a few forward declarations. Just 1 or 2. Just one or two, my friends. Okay. So, if the character has been loaded dynamically, then flag it. So we will have a boolean that is called is dynamically loaded, which by default is which by default is false. And we can say currently used by a bunch of stuff. So tribes NPC currently used by tribes, random generated event, and procedural dungeon. Right? Yeah, exactly. It is actually pretty good. It is actually very nice. Okay, so now that we have this flag, right? This flag is what? Is public? I don't know if I really want it public. Do we want to set and get? Can I get the creation of the setter and getter of this guy? Generate code. Definitions, construct setter and getter. That is very nice, huh? This is what we tried to do the other day. Do you remember the VS Code thing that we tried to use the setter and getter? Okay, let's see if it does it. Okay, let's see if it does it. Can I say, well, before doing that, can I say that I want this? I want this rename or save delete. Can I say, but I cannot, it doesn't move it to private, huh? I cannot say move this to private. Copy and move operation, overriding members. No, it doesn't do that. Okay. Well, I mean, it's just a copy paste. I mean, it's not that I'm just. I mean, it's just that I take it, I cut it off, you know, and I put it in a private somewhere. Assuming that I have one. Assuming that I have one. Because maybe I don't. No, I'm pretty sure that on PS Car. Oh my god, this class anyway. This class, boys. This class is insane. PS Character Rider. We have a private here. And we have another public. Fuck it, I just leave it there and I say private here. Fuck it. I mean, it's not the best, but fuck. Please. So if this is now private, I need my setter and getter. So those dynamically loaded actor were in the old game? No. All this is not in the old game. The dungeon generation is completely new. And the tribes, so the random generation event is new, the procedural dungeon is new, and the tribes in the old game were not loading dynamically. They were saving everything to database, but now we don't do it anymore. Setter and getter. What the fuck? What do you mean? You crazy? Bro, I want to set and get. Maybe it was not selected. No, 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 bro. This. 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 So I have to select it again. That is pretty stupid though. I mean, I understand that majority of the people will have like 3 lines here, but I have this, you know. So, okay. The good news is that it's here at the beginning. It's dynamically loaded. Access right public. Kind of getter. What do you mean? Getter and setter. Yeah. Accept parameter by const reference. Interesting. Const reference or value and copying to field. Value and moving to field. Oh, we have a lot of options here, huh? We have a lot of options. What is the difference between copy and move? Value and copy, I think is clear, but I mean, copy, like he's trying to copy the memory of it, or what? Value and move into field. Move, I mean, equal. I should do equal. Return what by value? Return by value, return by const reference, return by reference. I mean, it's a boolean, so bro, I don't know. Return by value is a boolean. I mean, you can also return it by const reference, huh? I mean, in theory, we could do this, right? We could do const reference, because we're not going to change. Well, the setter depends. The setter. But anyway, I think the way I would do it if I would write it myself would be this. Inline definition. Like he's putting inline at the beginning to say that it is a getter and so he wanted inline. Okay. Virtual no, const no. Prefixes. Add prefixes to getter. What do you mean? Obviously I want prefixes to everything. It should be called get and set. Declare getters? No. I mean, just put it in the header file. Generate properties, I have no idea what it's doing. Boom. Bool, const, return, set, Hey bro, but shadow variable. Shadowing variable, my thing. Bro, then as soon as I have this, we say, oh, this thing is shadowing a member of that. What was it? What was the rename maybe that did that? Oh, it's shadowing, huh? Generate probably no. Declare getters. Value, public. But it's not renaming the thing though. I mean, I said add prefix. If I say no prefix, what it does? It does this. I see. No, I want the get and set. Okay, this is good already though. But is shadowing the freaking member variable? No? It is. It is! Is there a way to avoid the shadowing? What is generate property? Let's try to select this two and see what happens. What the fuck is this? Okay, no, we don't need that. We don't need that, definitely. Okay, but I have to say it's pretty cool. If they would have done also the renaming, the proper renaming of the variable, that would have been nice, very nice. Because actually here what this guy is generating an error in the compiler because this thing is right. So, but anyways, it was super quick compared to if I had to do it manually, right? It didn't generate any documentation. What do you mean is? It's calling it is. No, I want to call it get. Okay, anyway, that's a minor thing. But why, sorry, why using this? I don't know, I find it a bit stupid though. Why doesn't write it this way, huh? Why doesn't write it this way, which is the way... Okay, but anyway, it was faster than in Visual Studio, that's for sure. That's 100% sure. Did we manage to compile here or not? We didn't, huh? Clamped positive buffable. Clamped positive buffable. Yeah, because that's inside buffable, and buffable in theory was used only by, well, but I think we can include it, no? Can I include it here or I will make a mess? Will I make a mess? Ah, I see it. It is very nice. It is very, very nice. This is very nice. Now, just for my, you know, I put it here, but it's just my thingy. He's doing PS Unreal though. He's not doing like this. Where are we? Yeah, he should do it. Like, I think the include was a bit weird, huh? Actually. Because it was the same name. I know, but he should not have named the same, no? He should have not named it the same. While he named it the same, so he generated an error. That seems to be an easy thing to fix. Maybe I can tell them. I can send, you know, I think there is a... I saw there is a forum where you can post, you know, suggestions and stuff. Maybe I can ask to change it. Maybe one day they will change it. For the setter and getter. Wow, it's compiling a lot. It's compiling a lot. Anyway, while it's compiling, let's go back to where we were. What do we say? Control minus. Control minus. Exactly, it's dynamically loaded. So now we have this, right? Now we have this. So we will have to set now. We set it when we actually load it dynamically. So every time we go through this function, and we load what are these things, by the way? Why is saying new value? New first name. Ah, it's the name of the... Okay. Is the name of the parameter in the function? Okay, that's not bad. But like, why we have it here and not here? No idea. Like, here is not there, here is here. Bah. Bah, 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 bah. Maybe when you have a value like 0 because it tells you what is it. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice, boys. So here we are still in PS. Okay. Character attribute. So here he added include PS Unreal. It doesn't include it. Yeah, actually, because I think that if we do, I mean, one can include the other, right, and vice versa. So at the moment I'm including this from there. So actually, or we make it. The plan, I think that here we are actually using it. So I don't know if I can forward declare this shit, but this may be one of the reasons why all that stuff was in PS character, is because there are such a million dependencies that, but I think that the best would be to put it in another file. Then I think I will move it. I will move the skill stuff in another file, because otherwise we are always back to the same problem, right? That we are including. But anyway, apart from that, I think I will move it to another file. Apart from that, yeah, the point is that when we are loading dynamically, right here, load dynamic, when we are loading dynamically, only if we succeed, obviously, because otherwise, you know, only if we succeed, and only if this is an NPC, by the way. So let's say around here. I don't understand exactly what is this part about. Okay. So at the end I didn't need the setter and getter, because the only place where I'm setting it is inside PS character. No. No. Well, we will need a get though. We will need the get, not the set, right? So actually the yeah. Yeah, because the set we do it only within this class. Yeah, and we should absolutely do it only within this class. So I think that the set is actually not needed. Incredible, huh? Incredible, huh? Base class undefined. Fucking... Okay, I think I will move the wall thing into another file. And I will call it skills, and I will include it from progression manager and from PS character, because I cannot stand anymore the freaking nonsense. Which, by the way, we have a PS skill class, right? Exactly. Here is where it should be. Here is where it should be. Why is not in here? Huh? Huh? Wait a sec. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, we have a PS skills, right? That is exactly made for that. It's exactly made for that. And by the way, it's already included. It's already included as well. So why? I mean, there must be a reason though, because if I have it there, there must be a reason. But at the moment, I don't understand why, but I think I will understand it very soon. Because I think I will understand it fairly soon. PS skills here is not... Yeah, it's already included. Okay, let me try to recompile like this. The moment coming, huh? Yeah, that's why I moved it. No, but yeah, I think is I think it will happen. I think it will happen. It will happen, but I want to try. I want to try. Yeah, but for sure, because yeah, for sure. For sure there is a reason. For sure there is a reason. Now maybe we didn't think to PS skills, because PS skills I think is a good one. Is the right one actually. PS skills is the right one. Yeah. I believe. I believe. Tomorrow is Tuesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow is Tuesday. No, I was thinking if I can go a bit more, but no, I think I need to go. I need to go. Well, but we can finish. I mean, we can see if at least it compiles and... We can see if at least is compiling. I mean, tonight we didn't really do much, but it was a kind of an evening dedicated to, you know, getting some confidence with the new editor. And it takes a bit of time, you know, to adapt. I had to set, you know, my coding style thingy and a bit of... I like the fact that it's leaving a lot of space, right? So the menu is hidden and everything is pretty... I don't know how to say, but it's pretty minimal, right? And it's good because it's not... Okay, clamped positive buffable. Now, clamped positive buffable is included into buffable. Now, the problem of buffable is that it's included also in a PS character. Right? But I don't think it's a problem, right? Because buffable is a separate class, so if I include it here, do you think it's a problem? Buffable is in bulk object, yeah. So actually it is here. And you know what? When you are refactoring, you know, you have this feeling that you are wasting your time, but in reality, probably not. But I get a bit of that feeling. It's like why I didn't leave it in PS character? And it was staying there. It was working perfectly. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if you never do changes, you know, if you never improve, right, at the end it's going to be a mess. It's taking a lot of time because we are changing a header file that is included by pretty much everything. So because we are using skills everywhere in combat and, you know, progression, in quest and scripting and whatever. So actually, yeah, it's pretty much everywhere. Building. And in a few seconds, we will know. And in a few seconds, we will know. Why saying that PS Unreal is not used in this class? Strange, eh? Boom! Okay. Now active spell. Now active spell is complaining. Why active spell is complaining? Active spell is complaining that it doesn't know PS character? Are you completely drunk or what? You see what I see? You see what I see? I tried this already. I tried this already in the past. I tried this already. Oh my god. No, but the question is why active spell is using PS character but is actually not including PS character, right? Because PS character is including active spell, I assume. Well, actually no. Well, it's including PS spell, and PS spell most likely is including active spell. Or no? No, maybe not. So yeah, but I think it's a bit risky to include if I want to include from active spell PS character, I think that would be a bit messy. Can I just add a forward declaration and live with that or no? That's why I moved it, huh? Holy shit. Our structure is I think is not bad, but we have some classes that are sitting in other classes header files, and I think that is very, I mean, it's handy on one side because you don't have a million files to deal with, but on the other side it's generating this mess that sometimes you end up like in a deadlock, right? So like in a circular reference, and you cannot get out of it. I don't know what it's doing, by the way. Why is building all these pieces again and again and again? Why is building like Zenboard Visual Studio file? I don't know. Oh, wait. Why? Okay, but I think that today we stabilized a bit. Tomorrow I think I will be able to be to move forward, hopefully. And anyway, if this doesn't work, I will just put the skills back into the original class. Oh my god. Okay, now PS Skills is complaining about character attribute, and character attribute is part of... Okay, but this is another one that should go inside skills, right? Because inside PS character, why I have to define exactly why I have to define character attributes, right? I mean, it isn't right. Hopefully. So we move also character attribute here, which is the class where we have with the file where we have all the skills definition. And character attribute is actually used for skills buffable, so, and for stat set. So I think it makes sense to stay here. Now it's complaining about the stat count. Okay, and stat count is also inside PS character. The problem of this, I think, is a bit risky to move it. Sorry, what is that? What was it? PS stat counts, huh? Is in PS item stats. Ay. It is in a completely different place, and in theory should not... PS item stats. Yeah. Well, I think that this one we can actually add. I mean, as an include. This should not mess up too much. One day we will have to remove this, but not today. I would like to try a refactor on one of these variables. Like to say refactor and then rename it to practice factor like this, right? Which is actually not now, but I would like to do it. PS skill is in PS skill. No. And here it starts and here we are starting the circular reference, right? Here we start the circular reference because PS skill is defined He will not do this, right? He will not do this because he's already well, actually he did it, huh? Why he did it? I mean, he did it, but I don't think it will work. Fuck. No. No, I think it will not work anyway. I think this will say that there is like a circular dependency or something and it cannot do it. I don't understand what he's doing here at the moment. Right, so he's building what? He's building Unreal Recovery SVC. Unreal Build 2, okay, Unreal Build 2. Unreal Pack. I mean, why is building Unreal Pack? Unreal Package Tool. I don't know. What the hell is building? Unreal Object Pointer Tool. Huh? Why is building this stuff, boys? Why? And then now it comes to our class, okay? To our project, I mean to our stuff, right? And now it's building our stuff. So it does like 30 seconds of random build and then, but I don't think it's right, right? I think it's just the tool chain doing this. So I think the Visual Studio would have been identical. Uh-oh. PS item stats. Yeah, he's not importing it. No. No. Okay. So we don't have a way to do this. We don't have a way to do this. Because this requires buffable. I think the problem is the buffable. That is actually in common to everyone. Because you can buff skill, you can buff stats. And no. No. So now we have a problem. Now we have a problem pretty much everywhere, right? But yeah, we have a problem everywhere because those two classes that are like the final ones, so PS skill and PS item stats, are requiring each other, right? Can you over build a startup project icon? What? Build startup here. Top bar right. Yeah. Build. Build startup. Build startup. It seems that it built only my project instead of rebuilding the whole shit. Build Startup, huh? Build startup. Build build solution. Build a startup project. Build current project. Build startup project. It's just because I'm used to press F7. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's better, yes. I think it's better. Because it was building solution, which probably included also Unreal. I don't know. I don't know why they're building always the same thing, but yeah. Now it's building 3 actions. Chaos. No. What is it doing? No, it's doing the same. F7, it did the same again. Maybe it's not build startup. Wait. Build startup project PS Unreal. But the shortcut I don't think you can understand. Build startup project. Why didn't set F7? It didn't do it? There is also build startup project without dependencies. Maybe I didn't save. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't save. Yeah, probably. Seems to be quicker, yeah. Okay, anyway, I will find it. I will find out. My problem now is another problem that, yeah, that I cannot move those things up, and it's very annoying. It's super annoying. Should I get, can we understand from the structure? Is there like a dependency? I mean, because this thing is built for this, right? It's built for... It's like a dependency that I see what is what, you know? Like a dependency tree, I don't know, like hierarchy, something. Subtypes hierarchy, subtypes hierarchy. I mean, for the include files, right? So is there a way to, maybe there is. Or no? I mean, include analyzer. There is an include analyzer. No, there is no include analyzer. Someone searched for include analyzer, but invoke refaction from the structure window. Extract delegate, extract interface, extract superclass, pull members up, pull members down. Because I think that the editor knows, you know, I mean, the IDE kind of knows what everything is connected, right? But Now, includes is not something that he likes a lot. Includes is not something that he likes much. Because, you know, I can search who is using buffable, right? So I can go like to buffable and say, tell me who is using this class, right? But then okay, find usage, but find usage, I don't know if find usage is enough though, because you see, but anyway, this is good, this is already a good indication, right? So buffable is used by PS character, server vitals, and scripting. So PS character is the main guys using it, right? So why I had to include buffable in this? Actually I didn't. Why I had to include it here? I have to include it here because the skills. Yeah, but then you should tell me that buffable is used inside of this, no? Where is buffable in here? Sorry. Buffable is not in it. Well, we have a clamped positive buffable. Ah, okay, because these guys are... yeah, these classes are the... yeah, it's using PS skill. Yeah, it is. It is used in PS skill. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, buffable should be like the top of the structure, right? So buffable should be the top of the top, and then below it there should be PS skill, and then below it there should be PS character. So why is not this way? Because buffable needs PS skill? No, I don't think so. Buffable does not need PS skill. So buffable is the top of the top, right? And PS skill is including buffable. Exactly. And PS item stats, PS item stats is the problem. PS item stats is the problem. And we need PS items. Why we need PS item stats in here? Because if I remove PS item stats, what happens? If I remove PS item stats, I have a problem with the stupid variable. Oh my god, it's just that is blocking everything? It's just a definition, actually. It's just a stupid definition. Well, there is also this though. PS item stat. Yeah, there are kind of a bunch of definitions, but can we PS item stats. So in theory, PS item stats should be above everything, but in reality, no. So there is no above because they are all using pieces of the other, right? So that's the issue. But in theory, to me, buffable. Well, can we move? Wait, maybe we can do this. I have an idea. Can we move? Can we move that shit to buffable so that they are parallel and not? Buffable needs PS item stats. It needs... No, buffable doesn't need PS. PS skill needs PS items. So the only issue is between PS item stats and PS skill now. Gion, you just went above 100k. Holy shit. That's very good, huh? I think you are the only one above 100k. By gambling. I think I need to map these classes. All the classes that are problematic, I should move them outside into another file, right? So that's the solution, correct? Yes, that's the solution. So for example, if I have, I don't know, in this PS skill, right, the only one that is using PS item stats is character attribute, right? So if I take this shit and I move only this into, I move only this back into PS character, or I move it into a separate class and into a separate file, right? If I move it into a separate file, am I solving the problem or no? What is this thing? Resharper disable once CPP inconsistent naming. Huh? Is this a comment that has been there since ever or what? So we were already using it. Huh? Why? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? In PS skills? No. So he added a comment. He added a comment in our file. Resharp disabled one CPP inconsistent naming. It's kind of strange. Okay. Yeah, it was not there. This line was not there. I don't know who added it, but I think this Ray Sharper added it. I don't understand why. But anyway. Guys, I have to go, it's too late. I will try to move maybe this class to a separate file and see if we can simplify the structure, because I really would like to lighten up a bit PS character and have all the skill stuff separate. So I think what I will do, I will just draw a map. I will just draw a small map of what we have, right? So starting with maybe, I don't know, buffable, and see exactly who is using who, right? And a small hierarchy. I mean, in terms of files, right? Like PS skills, what is using, buffable, what is using, PS item stats, what is using, and PS character, what is using. And I hope that I can get to a point where things are actually, I mean, where we can actually separate stuff, right? Because to me the structure should be buffable at the top, right? Buffable at the top, which is all that stuff, yeah. Then PS skills just below. This is buffable.h, right? PS skill below. Then then PS item stats and PS character at the same level. No, probably no, because PS character needs PS item stats. But pretty much this should be the thing. So I think I should move up, you know, the stuff that is common. Right? I should move up the stuff that is common. So for example, PS skill, right? I know the PS skill is very needed by everyone. And so yeah, there is no reason why this should not be working this way. Right? It's impossible. Hula, you should start to gamble because Gion is beating you on points on YouTube, but on I think on Twitch you have more. Maybe. Okay, guys, I really need to go. It's super late. I cannot stay. There is no way. There is no way. We broke any rule tonight. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. That is tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time. We will try to work more on the game tomorrow and do less refactoring, but I think this is one of the pieces of refactoring I would like to do, and I think that I will work a bit on it tomorrow as well. So with that, I would say bye-bye, see you soon, and yeah, I would say for now, the experience with Jetbrains Rider has been good. I think I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. Good night. Have a good night, boys. Bye-bye.